Welcome back to episode 7 of the Fore Golf Podcast. We are here, just two of us this week. It's me and Dave this time. It's Craig's turn to take a little week off, but he will appear on a podcast later on in video form, live-ish from Disney World. He's in the Star Wars area, isn't he, Dave?
Yeah, we've gone international, haven't we? We bugged out. We sent him out there, like company trip. And all that. See what's going on out there.
His massive.
Get live weather reports. Yeah. It did look huge.
Yeah, it looks massive. Yeah. Craig is. I mean, he's not as tall as us, but yeah, he's a relatively nice, decent-sized man. But yeah, that's a huge truck he's got. So I'm sure he's going to have fun driving that thing around.
I'd love to know if there is a taller podcast than us, as an average. Like,
the average height, yeah.
Back when we just used to do just us two on the NFL one, like we'd give them like the Kelseys a run for their money, wouldn't we? Like their podcast. So.
We're probably taller, I reckon, because Jason's a bit shorter, isn't he? So
Travis is sort of up there with us, isn't he? I'd have sort of thought.
But, anyway, let's get into this week's podcast, and there's nowhere else to start really. Tiger is in the news yet again. He's pleaded not guilty to this car crash in Florida last week. He's been released on bail. Driving under the influence is what they're called. After he clipped the truck and rolled his car Friday. Thankfully, no one was injured. But I did see someone say, is there a larger disparity between a man's golfing ability and his driving ability? So it's crazy, isn't it, that this is what his life has become at this point.
Yeah, I don't really understand how he could have pled not guilty. Because I thought, from what I've read, I'm not saying I know all the laws there, but basically by not taking the test, he was basically essentially admitting to it.
Yeah.
By not taking the test, it's as good as failing a test.
Yeah. They've released the body cam footage, and his eyes are just incredibly dilated, and he's hiccuping away.
In the back of the car, isn't he, and stuff. It doesn't look good. It's one of them weird things. Like I saw, a lot of people come out and defend it, and I don't know what there is to defend. Like, just because he's good at golf and you enjoy watching him, he's just driving around I'm assuming off his tits, endangering other people. I don't know. It's a weird. Yeah, there were some very weird posts and videos that I saw coming out. Especially some is it Foreplay, the Barstool podcast?
Yes.
On the golf one. There's a couple of people from that maybe haven't done themselves any favours really, because it was absolutely bizarre, some of the posting that's come out. You like the man's playing golf, so you're just going to basically go to war for him when
it's a really weird place. It's I'm a big wrestling fan, but I'll never defend the actions of Chris Benoit. I love watching him wrestle.
Why? Why not?
Now, there are people that will do that. He was a great wrestler, so what he did was fine. Clip that. That's I'll get cancelled.
It's just a really sad story. It's just It's I'm assuming obviously you sort of read stuff, and it's pretty easy to make an assumption that it's sort of painkillers and stuff, and you see him walk around, he's struggling. He obviously just needs these strong painkillers just to play around a golf, or even get through the day by how it looks.
His back, isn't it? His back is completely shot.
I think it's basically his whole body at this stage, isn't it? There's not many places in that haven't been operated on.
Yeah.
It's just such a sad way for the Tiger story to end, because I don't know.
He was such a phenomenon. We'll get into the Rory doc in a minute, but watching that Rory doc and how hard he had to work and to get the Grand Slam and to win that fourth major, and Tiger's got 15 majors and 3 Grand Slams, I think, and to be that far ahead of everything else, it is just really sad to see where he is now.
And those numbers probably don't even do his talent justice.
No,
he probably. How many tournaments did he miss through injury? How many of these majors did he miss through injury over the years? That he probably would have won, or he probably added without even really making too much of a leap. You could say he's added 2-3 more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then if he had a little bit of good fortune and played well, maybe 5 or 6, if not more. It's
it could have been unbreakable levels of success.
Just the best talent I think golf will ever see, and Obviously, Jack Nicklaus stuff was before my time, and record-wise, you can't argue with it. But I think you can definitely argue about the competition he faced and stuff like that. But
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I don't know. In my lifetime, I'd be stunned if we ever see someone just as naturally talented, like potentially at any sport. At any sport. I'm not sure there's anyone that will ever be better than Tiger Woods, and I don't know. It's just a sad story, really. But
it is. Yeah, he's 50 years old, and the last time I really saw him was on the indoor league stuff, where he's like captain of one of the teams, and he just doesn't look like he wants to be there. He just looks like he wants to retire and be left alone. But there's almost like something that he just can't do that. He's being drawn. Yeah. Or do you think maybe it's not golf's dependency on him, but people that run these tournaments and these things, like it's a thing to have Tiger still involved with it?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It's it's so hard to know, because I mean, one of the things that they've said the way he didn't have a drive was because he's like worried about his privacy, but he does put himself out there a bit, but I guess we don't really know anything about his private life these days, do we?
Not really.
There's not really any Tiger news that comes out, is there? Since all the big Tiger personal news back in the day. Yeah, there's not a lot that comes out anymore, other than like this sort of stuff when he does just crash his car like every couple of years. It's it's hard. Really hard to know whether it is him, whether it's golf, whether. I think we're past the stage now where, because even like a long time after what would like looking back was his best, I still think tournaments were better for Tiger Woods being in them.
Yeah,
so I think now it just adds a little bit of intrigue to the first couple of days, and then it's sort of forgettable that Tiger's there. Like if he played at the Masters, say he made the cut, if anything, he might take away from the weekend coverage a little bit, because you'd see nearly all his shots when he's likely to be way back. But
he'd be a featured player, definitely.
Yeah, I think we're past that stage, sort of. But don't get me wrong, if he played next week, I'm probably going to be tuning in to watch him. But yes, I'll probably contradict myself there. But I do think golf has sort of moved past him a little bit. We've got some new stars out there that do sort of carry it a little bit. But I do think that golf probably is still better for a minute. Whether that's just playing 2-3 tournaments a year and the majors or whatever it is, but it looks unlikely now, doesn't it? But I think he had signed up for the I think it was the US Senior Open.
Okay.
He signed up to play in that, but I don't know if he will, because I think he's gone to rehab somewhere, hasn't he? I think.
I think so.
I've gone to rehab. It's hard to know with like these celebrities going to rehab, isn't it? Whether it's just a bit of a PR spin, I've done that, paid my dues type thing, or whether it is a serious, sort myself out. And
I need to get something right here.
Yeah, it's hard. Like,
with a little nod to our other podcast, Puka Nakua today, going into rehab. So it's and
it seems like he's been there for a while as well. So it's not like they're doing it for like some publicity thing.
No,
it seems like that is a genuine one. Where like the Tiger one, is he just going to fly off to like Dubai or wherever it might be?
Just have a bit of relaxation for a little bit.
Like maybe talk to a couple of people and then call it rehab or whatever, wherever it may be. But
I'm fixed.
It's like I wonder when we'll next see him. It wouldn't be surprised me if it's TGL next year, where
probably.
If he's going away now, like what was it? I think I can't remember what his like the same was. It's just an extended time, wasn't it? Or stepping back from golf, or
something like that. Break almost,
It's a weird one, and obviously there's only so much information we have, but what information we do have doesn't really look very good for him, does it? It's
no.
Yeah,
the more it comes out, the more damning it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think pretty early on, I think most people probably guessed what the story was, and I don't think most of them guesses are a million miles away, are they, from what evidence we've got?
Yeah, sadly. Let's move on. Let's move on to one of those current stars of the world golf. Let's talk about Rory and his documentary this week that came out. The all about the Masters win last year. And honestly, I'd forgotten that Justin Rose was there at the end. I thought it was him and Bryson. But what I took away from that most is like, I really want Justin Rose to win the Masters this year. Well, he deserves one.
Look, even watching the documentary, I think I really wanted Rose to win. I think, like, even though McIlroy was a story, I think, especially like looking back now, I think, I really wish Rose had won that. Like, in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I felt like that documentary wasn't the best sports documentary we've seen in recent times. I don't think I
Prime
really
good ones.
Yeah, I think what it did do was remind me, like, just how bad he played at times in that final round, like how good he played at times and how bad he played. Like, I've sort of forgotten the ups and downs of it that obviously you saw there. But I think other than that, all the footage of him as a kid was just stuff we see on Sky Sports like every other week.
Yeah, seen it all that bit before.
Chipping golf balls into a washing machine and all that stuff. They didn't really feel like any sort of real insight other than, a couple of little bits about the final round with Bryson and sort of like some mind games. But
yeah, the bit about who making Bryson take the putt first, or him taking the putt first, and Bryson basically like that's where Bryson lost that round. I think he's not a mentality monster, is he? He's a bit soft in that way, I think. So yeah, he'd lost himself that round there, but yeah,
I think that was the most interesting bit. But they'd like released that in the week building up to it, hadn't they? On Instagram and Twitter and stuff. Like you'd already seen that, so it was sort of,
I've seen the short of that.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I wonder if it's been one of them things that, like, in 10 years' time it might feel better because I'd probably forgotten a lot more of it. Where we're still quite fresh. It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. They didn't feel like loads of insight, which I think you sort of expect from documentaries these days, don't you? A bit more.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes and letting you in, because you didn't really get anything. I felt like everything in there I sort of knew already.
Yeah. I'd seen a lot of that stuff. A lot of that footage, especially like you say about him being a kid and him growing up and stuff. It was good.
Yeah.
I liked. It was well put together. I like some of the interviews with his family. I like the bits like you saw the clubhouse that is from his Hollywood club where he plays or played when he was a kid, and seeing all those guys watching him play. But yeah, like really, like you said, I forgot how badly he actually played. But some of the absolute magical shots, that one through the trees with the 9-9, where he saw the gap, as Kay said, don't go for it. It's like, yeah, we all try that. We would all try that. Like, wouldn't happen like it happened for Rory, but
yeah. The whole thing just felt like it was probably better for someone like my wife, who, not really, at best a casual fan, but more sort of, I'll be watching it and she'll probably be looking at her phone for most of the time. That sort of person who, like maybe didn't know some of that stuff. But yeah, it felt like I could have almost put that together just from old footage I could have probably found on YouTube and stuff. It was,
yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. It was still like good to watch, and it wasn't like it wasn't terrible, but I think I went into it expecting a bit more because, as I say, we've seen so many good documentaries, and this one just, it was all right. Look, it was okay.
That's it. Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it was fine. It was a perfectly fine 83 minutes with a nice little story running through it, and just some nice golf as well. But
I mean, if you compare it to like Full Swing or something, like we see so much more in that, don't we? Like there's so much more insight in that, and even from McIlroy himself, I think you see more in like Full Swing than you do in this. And I think that was a bit disappointing for me. What
are your views on Rory? Because he does divide opinion between golfers. Like, do you think he is sort of that most naturally talented heir to Tiger Woods almost that's failed to live up to it, or just a very good golfer?
Well, I was going to ask you that actually, because I'll flick back and forth on McIlroy in terms of just how much I like him and how much I'm a fan of him, because I think at times he can be a bit of an arse. Like, I find him quite unlikable at times, and then others, you really root for him. He's a hard one.
Yeah.
For me, I think he is still the most talented player we've seen after Tiger. In my lifetime, I think he's the most talented player, and I think he probably is a bit of an underachiever overall. Where, what was it before this? Was it 10 years?
Yeah, 10 years between the
10 years between majors.
Was it the British Open?
That's too long for someone of his talent, and
it's
not like he hasn't had chances and stuff like that. So, yeah, for me, I'll always think of him. Maybe he might go on and win a few more and shut me up. But I think if everyone's playing at their best, McIlroy is the best player out there still to this day.
Yeah,
I think even better than Scheffler. If both of them are absolutely at their best, McIlroy is the better player. But I think McIlroy's never found a way for his like B game or C game to hold in. I always think if Scheffler's playing bad, he'll probably still shoot 72 or something.
Yeah, he hangs around, doesn't he?
Yeah, if McIlroy's playing bad, he'll shoot 76, and that's why Scheffler will probably end up going down as the better player in a lot of people's opinion, and despite maybe not having nearly as much talent, which not, and that's not like some slam on Scheffler. Scheffler's like an incredible player, but I don't think he's got that natural talent that McIlroy has. McIlroy is just, you watch him, his swing's like perfect.
That's why it's my wife watching that documentary. I said, just look at his swing. It's a thing of beauty. Yeah. It really is.
In the age of sort of like golfers being more athletes, he fully embraced it, hasn't he? Tiger did it first, but probably didn't do it very well. That's why he's so mullered now. McIlroy, he's grown up in that age where people sort of know what they're doing a bit more, do things a bit safer, I guess, or I don't know what the way to put it, but safe is probably the best way.
Yeah.
And he is like just like a perfect golfer, really. Maybe if he was a bit taller, might even hit even further. But he's such a good golfer, and I think maybe hasn't won, at least in terms of majors, because he's won so many PGA Tour events. He's won like every tournament there is to win, really, hasn't he? And it's hard to say
44 tournaments he's got.
Yeah, and like he's won the Players, he's won every major, he's won all the big European Tour events, really, hasn't he? He's won, pretty much all the big, FedEx Cup events, FedEx Cup itself. Yeah. He's won them all, Tour Championships. He's won everything. But it does feel like it still doesn't feel enough, does it? Like he's still gonna go down as one of the best golfers of all time at the end of his career, because it's just what he is. There's only so many players that have won the Grand Slam. There's only a few players that have won more majors than him. There's very few people that have won more tournaments than him. But I don't know. What about you? Where do you sit on him?
I think pretty much exactly the same. Like, I really want to root for him, but there's times where I just think, God, you're really unlikable. Like, it's almost when he gets into his own head on the course, and you can see him having almost like a little strop, and you think, I don't want to back you from like that sort of stuff. It's the sort of things that go back to Justin Rose. I never have these feelings of him. I just want good things for Justin Rose, because I think he's just a nice guy, and he's no more of an everyman than Rory is. Like, they're all very, very highly paid professional athletes, but there's just something about him, or like Matt Fitzpatrick or Bob McIntyre, or a lot of the other European team players. It's there's just something about him, but you cannot deny how talented he is. For me, him and Scotty are the Messi and Ronaldo. Like, Rory has that Messi God-given talent, has had to work at it, obviously, to be as good as he is. But Scotty is like, right, I am not in the perfect shape, because he's more of an everyman shape. He's a tall guy, probably a bit heavier than Rory, not as muscular, but he has worked and worked and worked to make himself the best, the number one in the world, and he has been for a long time now. Yeah,
just got everything out of his sort of what talent he's got, hasn't he? Really, he couldn't ever have more than this.
No, and he will be the next one to win that Grand Slam. I think is it the Open, isn't it? I think he's last missing.
Did they won the Open? I think it's the US Open, isn't it?
Oh, is it the US? Yes, it is the US. Yeah, so he's got a chance to win the Grand Slam this year.
Did he win the Open last year? Didn't he win it?
He's won the Open.
The Open by loads,
the US Open last year. Yeah, he tied for second in 2022 at the US Open, so he could already have a Grand Slam, but he's like one position off. He's won the Masters twice and the PGA, so he won the PGA and the Open last year.
Maybe Spieth will be the one that surprised everyone.
That's the other one, isn't
it? What one's he not got? Is it the PGA?
Let's have a quick check for Jordan Spieth. Yeah, I'd love to see him do it, but I don't think it's going to happen, is it? But you never know with golf. Tiger won the 2019 Masters after a long time. The PGA, he tied for second in 2015. He almost won all three of them in 1 year, didn't he?
That Spieth run was insane, wasn't it? But,
it's generational, isn't it, really?
And then that Masters where, just all fell apart. And he's never quite been the same since that, I don't think, really, has he?
No.
He's won tournaments and stuff since then, but I don't know, it felt like the end of him, didn't it? It felt like at one stage he was just going to win the Masters every year. The course was made for him. He just seemed to have solved Augusta, but then it went in just a couple of holes. And somehow Danny Willett won it, and
crazy, wasn't it? That was actually crazy, that one. That's mad. Let's talk about some of the current tournaments. So we had Gary Woodland won the Texas Children's Houston Open last week. His first tour win since his brain surgery to remove a brain tumour, which he had in September 2023. And he's been struggling with PTS as well. Having been diagnosed with that for a year ago. Very emotional on the 18th when he finally sealed the win. Lovely to see, though. he played some really nice golf as well. 21 under for the tournament.
He absolutely lapped the field, didn't he? He was about 7 ahead at one stage in the final round, wasn't he? I don't know where actually.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a run late on to close the gap. So it was still 5 shots, but
it was just like such a good such a feel good story, wasn't it? It was just like, especially this sort of tournament where it's maybe not the biggest tournament, but still like a decent tournament, isn't it? It's not like it's a nothing event, but just to have that story was so good for golf. Like we've had a couple of them, haven't we, with like Anthony Kim on Live, and there's been a few of those sort of stories where for different reasons people have come back from adversity, and I think sport needs that. I think golf needs that. We haven't maybe had. I can't really think of many other stories like that in the past few years. So things like that really do make sport better, don't they?
Yeah, it's his first tournament win for 7 years, which is a long time to go. And the stuff he's been through is absolutely mental. Like I said, the PTSD stuff is crazy, really. I was talking about on Friday, there was just like some incident that sort of he struggled with a bit as well or something. Right. So that was pretty cool. But, fair play to him. Yeah, that's a really impressive win. A tournament with a couple of holes in one as well, one from Shane Lowry, one from Adam Scott. Seems to be happening quite often at the minute between here and Live. Yeah,
like I don't know. Like Live, I sort of assume that some of these holes they're setting them up in, not that it's easy to make, but in sort of bowls where sort of what they do at the Masters par 3, isn't it? Like them pins are in places where it's going to come back off the hill, or you can run one in and stuff, so it gives you chances. But as I say, it feels like there's been more this year than. Not I ever remember.
It's been 4 in the last 3 weeks, I think, which is mad. Yeah. Players at the very top.
Okay. We've got as well, so hopefully next week we'll get a couple.
Yeah, that'd be good. So we've got the Valero Texas Open, which is this week. It is underway, but we do have some picks. Should we get Craig on quickly to give his pick? Let's see, Craig. So Craig's going to join us from Disneyland. Here we go.
We're going to be like, this video is going to be struck off by YouTube.
Yes, because there's some Star Wars music in the background. So YouTube, don't take us down. Just let Craig enjoy his holiday.
Of Endor to say, give you my picks this week. I'm sorry I can't be with you. I'm currently busy in Florida. Here's my new friend. You see that it's actually a little bit cloudy today, so just to make you all feel a bit better that we're not getting the sunshine, but it is really warm. My pick for this week is a tough one. Again, it's one of those ones where it's not mega money. Week before the Masters, I'm trying to think of a guy that will want to put in a good performance. Of course they all would, but this guy I've also quite fancied for the Masters as well, is Ludwig Åberg. I think he's been on great form all season. One of those guys we were a bit worried about, and player that could have just dipped off of this form. Not been the case. And I'm looking for Ludwig to do me the business and add the very, very little prize money I've got so far. Right, have a good one. See you later. Bye.
There we go. So Craig's picked Lucas Åberg for this tournament. Is he started? He started now?
Yeah, he's teed off about half hour, 45 minutes ago, I think.
Okay, so he's not troubling the top of the card at the minute. No. Fair enough. So currently Tony Finau was leading for 6 under first round, tied with Davis Thompson. Tommy Fleetwood's in the mix. He's 3 under. Marco Penge is 4 under. Some of the big names I can see. Max Homer 3 under. Who are you going to go with, Dave?
So we decided to, as we're recording this a bit later, didn't we? We sort of decided to go with people that either haven't teed off but hadn't teed off when we made our pick just before we started here. So I'm going with Russell Henley. Not loads of reason for it. He was just the best of the bunch. Hadn't teed off for me. Yeah. He's a player that I don't want to get to the end of the year and haven't used.
Yeah,
but
fair.
I also can't see myself using him in like the real big events.
No.
So something like this where, it's a mid-level field and maybe he is, up there with like one of the better players. Feels like a good use of him here, but I've just seen he's bogeyed the first and
oh really?
already won over, so
some work to do.
Yeah. Outside the cut line at the moment, yeah. Even though I've really haven't teed off yet, but
we'll see how he gets on for the next couple of days. I'm going to go with Sepp Straka, who again hadn't started when we kicked off the podcast. Yeah, I think he's parred the first, is he? Yeah, he's even through one, so I'll take that. But yeah, we're recording a bit late this week, so our picks weren't in. But Craig did get his pick in early, so if Oberg wins, there's nothing dodgy going on there at all. Next week is when we make our picks for the Masters. Are we going to go with the picks we made on episode 1? Are they locked in place? Do you reckon?
I don't know, because we might have used them already, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't even really remember who I picked. I think I might have picked Rose.
Tell you what, I'll go back in the week and listen. And
yeah. I think we make fresh picks just in case someone's used them, but
okay.
We'll also check in on those picks as well. But
yeah, we'll see how they get on. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any people sort of where would you put in some money this week on some outside bets on the Masters?
What for next week? I haven't properly sort of dived into it. Oberg is someone that's sort of on my list at the moment, but obviously he's not necessarily. I wouldn't really call him an outsider.
No,
he's probably about 4th favourite, I'd guess, or something.
He is,
but,
he's playing really well, and he likes that course, doesn't he? So.
It's weird, the Masters, isn't it? Because it's in a lot of ways it's probably the easiest one to win. It's although it's sort of probably the number one tournament, but
yeah,
you only have a field of like 80, 90 people. 20 of those are the old boys and amateurs.
Yep.
You got probably another 10 that are sort of just filling the gaps from other places that haven't really got much of a chance. So
yeah,
in a weird way, I think the Masters is one of the easier majors to win. But we don't see too many surprises in it, do we? It's nearly always an elite player. I really don't want
was probably the last one that was a bit of a shock, really, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then before that, I couldn't even tell you who.
Let's have a look.
I guess Cabrera, Angel Cabrera, probably.
Let's have a look. So we'll go back a few years. We've got Rory, Scotty, John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, Matsuyama, but he's a very good golfer. Dustin Johnson, Patrick Reed, Tiger, Sergio Garcia, Danny Willett, Bubba Watson, Charles Schwartzel. He's been around.
Schwartzel. But at the time, I bet he wasn't more than about 60-1 to win or something, which, for a golf tournament isn't like some crazy shock. But I think because that was the year McIlroy blew up, wasn't it? When Schwartzel won?
Yes, 2011. Yeah. Cabrera, Trevor Immelman.
He was a shock one.
What happened in 2007? Jack Johnson won with a 1 over. What the hell happened then?
There must have been some weather. I don't because that must have been the one when he didn't go for a single par 5, did he, or something? And they laid up on all of them. I sort of remember the tour. I don't remember why the scoring was so bad.
That's mad, Dice. Maybe we do a deep dive into that tournament at some point in the future. Because wow, 1 over wins the Masters.
I assume they just had some terrible. But weirdly, when they have some bad weather, sometimes it makes the scoring better, doesn't it? Because it makes it a bit softer around there. So maybe it was but windy or something. I don't know. Maybe they just decided to go crazy with it and make that course almost impossible.
So the best score is 20 under. Can you see anyone beating that this time? Most recently, it's been 10 under, 10 under, 12 under, 11 under, and 11 under. Dustin Johnson shot 20 under.
I think they're very good at setting the course up to almost aim at that score, aren't they? I think there's a reason the last, what was there, 5 or 6 you said there?
Yeah.
Have all finished sort of within a couple of shots. Because 12. I think if someone gets off to a big start, I think the next day you probably see the pins in tougher positions or the greens made a bit firmer or whatever it is. They've got all these little tricks to just stop players from going
really
crazy.
Running away,
Yeah, because it's just boring when they do, don't they? But they're saying that Scheffler, a couple of his 2 wins have been by quite a big margin, haven't they? I think in this.
I think so, yeah.
I think all you want is on Sunday, coming to the back 9, a chance for 5, 6 players to be able to make a run at it, because there's nothing better than someone charging through the field on Sunday, maybe eagle in the par 5s or, that run from the Amen corner on.
Yeah.
There's so many chances at birdie there. It's so fun when someone goes to win it. And that's what happened with Schwartzel that year. I remember he had some crazy run on the back 9 to go ahead and win it, because I remember the leaderboard was stacked, even with McIlroy falling away. There was all the big names were in there pretty much, I think. And he ran through it and it was crazy. Yeah, I think that's all you want, isn't it? But Yeah, I'll just hope it's a close one. But yeah, I would guess that winning score will be somewhere around there. I obviously don't know what the weather's like. Yeah, I haven't looked at that sort of stuff. But yeah, assuming sort of somewhat normal weather, I would guess it'll be in that range again, mate. Because they just find a way to make sure it is.
I'm just looking at the scorecard from last year. Justin Rose, he had 4 bogeys in that round as well, but he got birdie, par, birdie, bogey, bogey, par, birdie, birdie, par, par, birdie, 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 bogey, birdie, birdie, bogey, birdie. Like those 2 bogeys at the end in the final 4 holes, really, he lost the Masters there. Like that's crazy. For what a run! Though. He was 5 under to start the day and finished 11 under, tied for the lead.
Well, obviously we've spoken about earlier, but them McIlroy shots that you see, that one on 13, it's honestly as bad of a golf shot as you'll see someone in that position make. He was clear at that stage, wasn't he? He was a few clear.
Yeah.
All he had to do was hit. He could have hit 40 foot left of the pin, and he'd have been fine. Like it was.
Yeah.
Just so bizarre. And then that shot on 18 was terrible as well. The one into the green. It was 125 yards. I said on that documentary. I can't remember the yardage, but
and hit that bunker.
Yeah, someone.
The commentator said no one's hit that bunker all day.
Yeah, because that hole was playing quite easy, wasn't it? I think it was downwind and is in the perfect spot and just a couple of times hit just shots that I would feel bad about. You know, it's and don't get me wrong, I'm sure the pressure is like nothing I've ever felt, and you know, I'm not saying it's easy, but he's been there, he's done it. I know the Masters is slightly different, but it's mad. But it's a weird place, the Masters and Augusta, but
that's what I know most about that documentary is that is a man struggling with the weight of previous tournament losses on his shoulders. Like he could not shake that monkey off his back at all until he did. Like he took that playoff hole, but he did in the end.
I really didn't remember that playoff hole. Like, I didn't remember him hitting it that close.
Yeah.
I really didn't remember that. Because
Rose hit a beautiful shot, didn't he? Like he was not that far off either.
Yeah, and then he missed, and then but it wasn't that much further away than the one he missed on the 18th first time round, was it?
No, it wasn't. Let's have a look. There's a couple of requester bets for the Masters. Let's get your thoughts on these before we end. So, 12-1 for any of Justin Rose, Shane Lowry, or Bob McIntyre to win outright. That's 12-1.
Who was it?
Rose, Lowry, or McIntyre.
I mean, Lowry hasn't been playing great, has he? I don't think.
No, he was 7 under at the last tournament, but that's 13 shots off the lead.
Yeah. McIntyre Rose is. Was it 12-1? I don't mind that.
12-1.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too bad, does it? Really? I don't know what the odds they are individually. I can't imagine.
So Rose is 25.
I think basically halving your odds just to get a free go at.
Yeah.
You know, Lowry and McIntyre. Doesn't feel terrible, but
no.
Yeah, McIntyre's been there in some big events, hasn't he? It's not like I don't know what his Masters record's like. I don't think Lowry's played too well at the Masters. So I don't know now.
No, not especially.
Doing this all off the top of my head.
What about 6-1 for Tommy and John Rahm to finish inside the top 10, including tied positions?
Okay, I don't think Fleetwood's had the best record at the Masters, has he? I don't remember him. I can't really think of a time when Fleetwood's really been in contention.
No, he's not ever troubled it, I don't think.
At the Masters. I think all the other majors he's been right up there. I'm just looking now.
Last year he wasn't in the top anything, really.
Yeah, if it tied third in 2024, I do not remember that. But other than that, tie 14th is the best.
Wow.
Which is not bad, but not troubled him too much.
I might take that, not to just blow my pick already, but I'm picking John Rahm to win the Masters. So if I can get him at 6-1 and have an outside shot at Tommy as well, just to finish inside the top 10, Well,
I think it was last week I said about that, like the data golf rankings where they rank everyone, and he's their number one golfer in the world. So I think there's worse bets to make than John Rahm.
Yeah, absolutely. What other ones stand out to me? So we've got 18-1 for a new course record of 62 or under.
That feels unlikely.
Yeah,
I don't know that one.
Scotty or McIlroy to win outright is 11-4.
That feels all right.
Yeah, like, Scott is heavy favourite. It's 11-2 to win anyway. So
as I say, it's not. It doesn't feel a lot different to the same thing as that Rose Lowry McIntyre bet. Really, you're just halving your odds basically just to add a free bet, and getting a free go at McIlroy doesn't feel.
Yeah, but why not? The monkey's off his back now, so he might play with some real freedom. I quite like this one because this is any player in the field to get 18 consecutive pars in the same round, 28-1. Well, that's hard to do, but also
I wonder how many times that's ever happened there.
Yeah, I might have to put some research into that before I put some money on that. But 28-1, that's worth a couple of quid just in case, I think, really.
Look, I bet there's been plenty of bogey-free rounds, but it's almost like too many birdie holes, isn't there? Like, it almost feels hard to go around that course, like for this level of player to not make a birdie somewhere.
Not make any birdies anywhere. Yeah, that is tricky.
Yeah. It's only par fives that are like in range or very doable, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how many times that's actually happened. Like, just thinking something, it's like, it sounded right, and then like, you look into it, it's like never ever happened. Like,
yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if I'll ask AI. I might have to do the research myself because it just lies to you. AI does sometimes with this sort of stuff. But yeah, we'll get more into the betting of the Masters next week. We'll probably have some betting picks and alongside our own picks and stuff that we like a bet on this podcast. So we'll get into that. But yeah, we've hit our time for this week, Dave. Where people find us on social medias.
One day I'll remember our thing. I think it's at first and 10 at Fore Golf Pod on Twitter and wherever else you can find us. Yeah, make sure you subscribe because we really need those subscriptions because it really does help bump you up and stuff, doesn't it? On YouTube and all these things, helps you in the algorithm and if you like this video and all that sort of thing, it really does help us. We put Ross does. I say Ross does that part of the work. Put some shorts up and things like that, so if you can watch them and like them, it really does help us out. And just have them on repeat with your phone down. You don't even have to watch them or listen to them. It doesn't matter to me.
No, put it on mute.
Exactly. Just leave it running. So it looks like we've got thousands and thousands of views. That'd be ideal. If 10 of you watch it 1,000 times in one day, them shorts, that's really going to help us out. Like,
it absolutely is, yeah.
If you can just commit to that, then thanks.
Shorts is what YouTube's all about these days, and the algorithm pushes you towards them. So yeah, our last one got 580 views, so that's pretty good. We'll have some more of that. That'd be nice. But yeah, like I said, like and subscribe.
Off the Shambo, wasn't it? Was that one?
I think it was. Yeah.
Tough times.
We'd love to hate on DeChambeau, don't they?
Yeah.
We'll maybe some more of that next week when he's aggravating people join the Masters. But yeah, just subscribe to us on YouTube. It really does help. Loads of content coming next week. We're thinking maybe doing a couple of yesterday at the Masters little short pods and maybe some extra little videos coming up as well for sort of news roundups and things like that. So yeah, just keep it here, keep it subscribed, like all the videos. Craig will be back maybe next week, if not after the Masters. You have to.
Yeah, I think he's after the Masters. I think he's still over there next week. Still
hard life he's got.
Yeah, he is because they're seeing something. They're doing something the night before, and then they're not planning the Masters Sunday, but he thinks he's still not going to be able to watch it, doesn't he? He'll get his sketches on and walking around Florida.
He'll be absolutely gutted. But yeah, he'll be back at some point.
Famous Sketcher wearer Craig is. Is
he?
He's known for his Skechers shoes.
Yeah, I don't mind a pair of Skechers. I wear whatever's comfy these days. I've got to that point in my life now that
I don't know. He has some shockers though, Craig.
Does he?
Yeah, he has some shocking ones. There's a fantasy football league or two named after Craig's shoes.
We'll get into that more when he's back. I want to know more. So we'll interrogate him on his shoe where when he's back. But yeah, so until then, that's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from Dave, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.